All right, guys. This is the second half of the 110 caser. Jay Brooks has done a couple cases already, so I figure I better get some done, even though it is 1:17 in the morning. It's fine. We're fine. Just go ahead and get some done anyway, right? Okay, well, if you agree with me, and apparently somebody does, because one person just liked the video, let's go ahead and open some jumbo, right? Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. Go to sleep so you can go to work the next day, something boring like that. It's fine. It's fine. Case 56. I'll probably only do, I don't know, 2 cases. I was gonna do 3. I really should only do 1. I'm gonna do 2. So if you add that to the cases Jay Brooks did, that's 4. That's a start. We've started. That's really all I can give you. We have begun. We have begun. Marcelo. Grayson Rodriguez. Jordan Walker. I think my glasses, I saw them. They were right. All right, they weren't. I don't know where they are. I guess we're just going to have to live without them. It's like every break. I always forget them, lose them. I don't know. They're around. We'll be all right. We don't need them. Genesis. No auto yet. Aqua. Piguero Aqua. And some color. Cooper Bowman. Austin Love. That's it. That's all I got. Nope, that's a thick sleeve. That's not going to work. Not going to work. Okay. Where do you guys think my regular sleeves are? I don't know either. Not a problem. No problemo. Just this, and voila. What's up, bud? First auto for me for the second half is Austin Love. Cooper Bowman. Purple. Ibarra, refractor auto. Jason Dominguez. Robert Gasser to 99. The Ziegler refractor. All right, last pack. Expecting the last auto. Last auto, first box. Pacheco. Nice hit. It's a nice name. I'll take it. Blue Wave. Blue Wave Pacheco. So 2 numbered autos in box 1. All right. 1 box down. What's up, buddy? Doing all right? South Freelick Aqua. That's a good one. McGreevy. Aqua Lava. Just a couple people watching. It's like the old days. When I used to break all night long, you know. Used to break all night long. It'd be like 1 person in the chat. That's the truth right there. Cade Povich, refractor auto. Diego Cartaya. Henry Davis refractor. Hey, what's up, buddy? I got all the Transcendents out and ready, so they can ship them. I don't know if they'll get them all out tomorrow, but I want to say probably, you know, by Wednesday they'll all be out. Freddie Valdez and Bubba Chandler. Bubba Chandler, purple refractor auto. So that's 2 numbered autos. I'd expect this last auto to be a base. Maybe an insert, but probably a base. What's your big spot in this one? Cespedes, sky blue. Tristan Cassis, blue paper. I don't even know who has what, you know. Kevin Copps and Matthew Nelson, base auto. Jason Dominguez. That's box 2. The autos. I like the Ziegler spot. Scott couldn't have been too expensive, right? Christian Scott. Ziegler probably was, though. All right. Box 3. We found a couple more Dominic Hamill autos in the when my staff were sorting the first 50. They found a couple. I think in the super jumbos he's like in a spot you just don't expect him, because they found two and then somebody spotted one in a break I did that I didn't see when I opened it. Only it wasn't Hamill, it was Bossier. Kai Bush, Jordan Adams, Sal Frelick refractor. So the Dominic Hamill spot in the first 50 actually has two more base autos than the spreadsheet says. Well, he's got more opportunities to pull autos out of the first box. Hey, there you go. I see I'm here for you. Christian Scott, base auto. So I got you one up. At this rate, I'm going to hit you 30 of them, right? The pace I'm on. Torque orange paper, nice card. Congrats, orange paper, off to a good start. Maddox Bruns. Hey, Royals. It's probably because I've been live so many times today. Mazzucato. Plus, they might not send notifications to the hot tub. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Max Ferguson. So 2 base autos. So hoping for a color on this last auto. Although there were 2 color, 4 numbered autos so far. I mean, I guess it could be a refractor or an insert and not, you know. Ethan Wilson. I need to hit color for Ethan Wilson. I think he only has color, but I need to hit some. So I hit him in the first 14, but we blanked on the second 50. First 50. This is the second 50. Too late for that. We got an auto to 99. Ooh, it's the right team, right team. It's still a good one. JC Correa, that's not who I was thinking of, but Lonnie White's a nice auto. Lonnie White to 99. Nice. So nice Lonnie White off to a good start. First 3 boxes. Cyrus, what's up, buddy? You know, I'm only here because I told you I would be, Cyrus. I'd have gone home by now. I was like, no, I told Cyrus I would. I gotta break. Wasabi, sky blue paper. Pedro Leon. Kai Bush, I want to say that's his second color. Although it might have been a sky blue, so it might not be in here. In the recap, anyway. But there's a true blue. Well, I've been working my tail off. Robert Hassel, Speckle. Sean Burke. Congrats to that spot. Sean Burke. I'm on pace to hit him 30 autos. No, it's fine. I got this. Plus, Jay Brooks only did 2. Can't start the first day with only 2. I gotta cover his slack. Get you guys at least 4, right? That's only fair. Cade Povich. Emmanuel Rodriguez. I pulled a superfractor in my first case, but that was before this. And Jay Brooks has one. He's pulled 2, but 1 in this actual break. It wasn't an auto, though. Ryan Spikes. So 2 base auto to start this case, this box. Spikes and Burke. Yeah, I don't know what is. And the other day, I was gonna open 4 of those. He was like, "I'll do all 8 of them." Then he hits the super. Right? See how he is? He knew that was in there. That's why he did it. He was like, "I got to make sure I get it." So he told me, Jordan Lawler. He told me not to break yesterday, and then he hit everything. He hit that red. Jake the Rake. That was a monster card. Then he hits a. You know what? I don't even want to talk about that dude. Just hitting everything. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I was like, "What you doing?" He goes, "I'm done." I said, "Done what?" Isaac Pacheco and Jacob Steinmetz. Jacob Steinmetz to 71. Nice card. Yeah, I guess so. This case has been pretty good. No rare auto yet, but it's been pretty good. The rarest card we hit was that Torque orange paper. We had that yellow lava. That's the 75. That's it so far. I haven't seen the 355. Me and the boys were thinking about it, but then we were like, nah. I watched Hotel Transylvania on Amazon. It was on Amazon Prime. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. So I'm glad it was free. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. Austin Hendricks. So instead we went and saw Spider-Man again. That's the 3rd time I've seen Spider-Man. It's still good. Even the 3rd time it was good. Armando, what's up, bud? Connor Norby to 75. So I'm winning because I 75 and better. So I should be up there. I don't know what Jay Brooks hit today, but I know I've got more black autos than him. That's one thing I know for sure. That's a good name too, Connor Norby. Nice one. I mean, I don't know. The first 2 were okay. The first one was really good, and then, boys wanted to watch Encanto again today. They're like, let's watch Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno. And I was like, no, not again. Not again. All right, I mean, I guess that's okay, but Harry Ford refractor, but I just started. I already got that one. Already got more black autos than him, that's for sure. Sarantola, I saw him hit some Sarantola. Sarantola spot's doing well already, because I think I saw him hit 2 different Sarantolas while I was watching. And then I just hit one. So Sarantola's on a pace for 55 autos. At this rate, that's a lot of autos. Right? He should be able to, since he's so good at pulling reds, he should take those odds. What's he got to lose? This last auto should be a base, but we haven't hit an insert auto yet. So, I mean, it could be that. Colton Cowser, but I'd put my money on base, I think. Let's see. Does not look like an insert. Chad Dallas Gold Refractor. Kai Bush base auto. Kai Bush spot's doing well. It's his first auto I've hit, but I hit him a sky blue and then a true blue non-auto. And now the base auto. Yeah. They like the one that the Strong Girl sings. The one about pressure. They like that one. That's their favorite song. Me, it's Bruno. My wife likes the Magnificent Madrigals. She likes that, like the opening song. She likes that one. But I like the Bruno one. That's definitely my song. Right? I need to have one of those cases with 2 super autos in it. I mean, those cases are crazy rare, but they happen. That's what I need. I need 1 case, 2 super autos. There's nothing to talk about after that. After that, finito. He can count all the reds he wants. But it's a lot of talk. I haven't hit one. I hit a super in my 5th box. I haven't hit a super since. Luciano. Marcelo Sky Blue. That is a cool card right there. And Jordan Groshans. Sorry. Jordan Groshans. To 199. Marcelo not numbered. Carson Williams. Geraldo. De Castro. Marcelo, class of 21, Marcelo. Nice hit. That's such a good spot, man. Sorry, man. You already got a gold Freelick today, so you're out. It's all that. That's your Freelick. It's your Freelick daily quota. That's the Groshans. I already know. As soon as I pulled it, I knew. So see there. Somebody pulls cards for Cyrus. That's all I know, right? Somebody does. I don't know. I can't name any names about the guy that doesn't. Asa Lacey. What's up, Tone? Joe Mack, /299 for the draft night spot, and a Ryan Holgate purple. Ah, Geraldo, you don't have Groshans. I thought you did. You must have let him go. The Geraldo is only a speckle. The Groshans was an aqua. Luis Rodriguez, Ryan Cusick, Maddox Bruns. All right, there you go. That's all that matters. 75 and under. 75 and under. Colton Cowser refractor for Genesis. What? That's not true, man. The Bucks game, very exciting. That's all I know. It was very exciting. It's got a weird texture. But anyway, Aflac auto. It's not called Aflac anymore. All-American auto, something like that. It'll be a bonus auto. That's the first one of those I've hit. I know Jay Brooks has pulled a bunch, but that's the first one for me. Ricky Tiedemann. I'm all about the Blue Jays, bro. All about the Blue Jays. Tiedemann Yellow Lava. Gold Pineda. Pedro Pineda. Gold paper. Hey, Jamie. Aaron Zavala. Nice auto. So 2 base autos, so I'm expecting color again. Yeah. Yeah, when they threw that interception in the end zone, probably half the Eagles fans in the stadium got up and left. Everybody was singing na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. It was bad. Seeing all them jerseys just walk out. For me, I didn't think that was, that was smart, because you just never know. I've seen Peyton Manning come back down 18 and in the last 4 minutes win the game. So I wouldn't have left, but whatever. Vyers and our second color Holgate. What's up with Holgate? He's on pace for just me to pull 60 color autos. That's his pace right now. That's a grueling pace. I don't know if I can keep that up. Yeah, that's funny. Right? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he told you that. That does not surprise me at all. He knows I'm not going to show you all any pictures, but no. No. I was wearing a Bucks sweatshirt, I had a Bucks t-shirt on, and I had a Bucks hat on. The only thing that wasn't Bucks was my shoes, shorts, and socks. Peter Hubick, Tanner Allen, and my 12-year-old was wearing a Bucks sweatshirt and a Bucks hat. And he got beads at the game, so we were bucked out. Brett Beatty. Nikhazy. It's the West Cath spot this time or something. I don't know. Marcelo. Another Groshan. Somebody should have kept that Groshan spot. That's all I know. Need all the colored Doug Nikhazy we can hit. He needs to hit 20-some autos easy. It was raining. It was raining. We got rained on. Dominic Hamill refractor. Well, I mean, Tampa, Florida is kind of like the retirement state, so we have a lot of fans of everybody. You know, it doesn't matter who the Rays play or the Bucks play. There's always, there's always a lot of fans. Another Groshans. Yeah, no. It was chilly, though. Jordan Lawler. Jordan Lawler refractor auto. Nice card. Brady House refractor. So, one more auto. We've already got 2 numbered autos, so it's probably going to be a base, this last auto. Will Bednar, and Cade Povich. So I think Cade Povich is our only duel with... wait, he's our second duel because we got 2 of Holgate, right? But Holgate had 2 color. I think Cade Povich had a refractor and now a base. I guess we'll find out since we're at the recap. We'll all know in a minute. Paper. We got a Pineda and Torque. Will Bednar, Brady House, Tanner Allen, Marcelo. Jordan Vyers, Genesis. Colton Cowser refractor. Joe Mack to 99. Draft night. Geraldo, Marcelo Sky Blue. Groshans, Harry Ford refractor, Cowser, Chad Dallas Gold, Austin Hendrick, Benny Montgomery, Jordan Lawler, Pacheco, Hassel, Kai Bush, J.C. Correa, Jordan Adams, Kevin Kopps, Cartaya, Henry Davis refractor, Mick Greavy, Robert Gasser, and Cooper Bowman. And autos, we have Cade Povich, Jordan Lawler refractor auto, Doug Nikhazy, Ryan Holgate, Aaron Zavala, Ricky Tiedemann, Denzel Clark bonus auto, Ryan Holgate again, Marcelo class of 21, Carson Williams, Sarantola, Kai Bush, Connor Norby black, Steinmetz to 71, Ryan Spikes, Sean Burke, Lonnie White to 99. That's a nice auto. Max Ferguson, Christian Scott, Matthew Nelson, Bubba Chandler, Cade Povich refractor, Isaac Pacheco, Ruben Ibarra, and Austin Love. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do with the photo. I think I'm going to do this, though. But before I do any of that, I got to clean this off because it's dirty. I don't know how to tell you. There's a lot of stuff in these cases. Okay, now we can do it. Let's see. Let's go like this, like this, like this, this, and this. There we go. That is our photo. I don't see my phone. Alright guys, 1 second. My phone's not in here, which means it's out here. Or it's right here underneath the sleeves. It's late. I don't know what to tell you. right, last case of the night. It's true. Do you know what it is? What my ringtone is? All right, here we go. Yep, that's right. All right, here we go. Case 57. Ed Howard, purple paper. Mazzucato to 150. Let's go here. Got a black auto. Told you I'm up. Ronnie Mauricio and Tommy Mace. So that's 2 black. That's way more than Jay Brooks is going to hit. I don't think they had that song on Super though, right? That was just the 8-bit. Super Nintendo was 16-bit. Of course, my favorite games are on the Atari, which was 4-bit. Sometimes 2-bit, but mostly 4-bit. Tyler McDonough. Brady House. Refractor. Marcelo refractor. Tarzan. I don't remember playing Tarzan, but Pitfall. Pitfall. He swung on a rope. Kai Bush gold refractor auto. He swung on a rope over like alligators and holes and scorpions. Yeah. I don't remember it, but that was the music for Legend of Zelda, the 8-bit on Nintendo. Had to kill Ganon with the arrow. What was it, the silver arrow, right? You had to get the silver arrow in order to kill Ganon. Brady House. My little brother was a lot better at that than I was. Yeah. Super Pitfall was a lot of fun too. They had Super Pitfall. They had it for both the Atari 2600 and the 7800. Aaron Sabato. They had an Atari 5600, which had these big controllers, and it had a lot of buttons. and they broke very easily. That was the big problem with the 5600. If you ever buy a 5600, you got to make sure the controllers work. You know what works on the Atari 2600 and the 7800 though? The 9-prong Sega Genesis controller will work on the old Atari and on the Atari 7800. So it's so much easier to play games like Pitfall and E.T. You know, where you fell in the pit in E.T. you could never get out. Ryan Spikes. So if you get an old Atari 2600, which I recommend, but the 7800 will play 2600 games. So if you get the 7800, then you've got so much more games. But the 2600, you get the old wood grain 6 switch, you know, or get the Vader, which is what they call the black 4 switch. Get that, but then use the Sega Genesis controller. Man, forget about it. Those games are so much fun. The Atari had that joystick with the one red button, but it'll actually work with Sega controllers. Yeah, ColecoVision and Intellivision were both really good. Late 70s into the mid 80s, they were great. My favorite game on the Intellivision was Lock and Chase, which was a Pac-Man ripoff. You know, it was like instead of Pac-Man, it was like Cops and Robbers. You know, instead of Pac-Man and Ghosts. Asteroids is good. Centipede's good too, especially, you know, if you can switch out that controller, because it's so much easier to use. I'm not trying to use that big giant joystick. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a shed full of old Ataris. Atari 200, Atari 400, 600. Intellivision and ColecoVision. Old NES. Matthew Nelson. J.C. Correa and Tanner Beebe. Tanner Beebe to $199. Yeah. ColecoVision was cool. ColecoVision and Intellivision, they were both pretty cool. Nolan Bushnell. He was like Nolan Bushnell was like Elon Musk of the late 70s, you know? He was like Elon Musk. Activision has a museum. When they were coming out with the first Tony Hawk Pro Skate, they bought a bunch of old Activision games from me for the Atari to put in their museum. They're like, we don't care if they work. I was like, what do you mean you don't care if they work? But it was for a museum, you know. They just wanted good cart art. I sold him a bunch of them that were still in the box. Connor Norby. So he's got a purple and a black. That spot's doing well. Oh, I've got the PlayStation 5. And my boys do. We've got 2 PlayStation 5s for the boys. And 2 Xbox, the new Xbox. But I play PlayStation 5. I just reminisce about the NES. I never saw the archaeological dig, but I do remember when they did that, when they dumped all the games. They made more ET games than they had consoles. That was the crazy thing that I never quite understood. I understood trying to, take advantage of the hype, because the ET hype was real, and they rushed the game to get it out in time for Christmas, and it was basically unplayable. It was just unplayable. You would get stuck in like this tar pit, and once you were stuck in the tar pit, you couldn't get out. But you couldn't. The game didn't end. You just were stuck in there. You'd have to turn it off. Well, hit the reset. Back when, only Channel 3 played video games. Mason Miller. Mason Miller base auto. Yeah, the problem with the 52 tops is that it all dissolved because it was paper, cardboard and paper. Even the wrappers were wax paper, so none of that survived. Did they find one in the documentary? Yeah, not too much before Atari. But Atari was Pong. They're the first company that put out Pong. I've got a bunch of the, early 70s Pongs. There were so many different Pong systems. But it was the success of Pong that convinced Nolan Bushnell that a home arcade system would work. Chad Dallas, so he's got a gold and now an aqua. Tyler McDonough, blue refractor. Was it a playable cartridge, or because I remember they said they ran over them with like a tractor, but those carts were practically indestructible. That's awesome. Colton Cowser refractor. They've been talking about doing the show for the Switch for the longest, and for the PC. Jordan Lawler. Now that I've played it on PlayStation for almost a year, I don't know if I'd play it on the PC. Max Ferguson. Harry Ford. But the popularity of the game has grown so much, once it went cross-platform. If you look at hours on Twitch, it's so much higher than it ever was before. Wow. Well, I remember there was like a cave where they found a bunch of actually intact games still in the box. But I don't know if it was, I don't think it was Brady House, blue refractor. Wow, that's awesome. Jordan Groshans, I told you. Never believe me, but I got you Geraldo though. See, I'm here for you. Uh-oh, insert auto. Sam Bachman. 299 Genesis. I don't think I hit a Genesis auto in the first half, honestly. I think Jay Brooks hit them all. I don't think I hit a single one. There weren't many. I think there were like 3 or something like that. Sounds cool. Where is it on? Is it on Netflix? I think I have to watch it. What's the name of it? Yeah, I did. I saw the video. Jake Paul. Was it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Which Paul was it? Anyways, one of the Paul people. One of the Paul brothers. One of the Paul guys. Atari game over. Milcar Perez. Another Sean Burke, that's 2. You know, when Nintendo was going to come to the United States, Nolan Bushnell had a deal with them, right? So Nolan Bushnell is the founder of Atari, right? So there's more Atari games than any other console. The original Atari, right? So he has a deal with Famicom in Japan, Nintendo, right? To bring the Famicom to the United States as the Atari 7800. No lie. So the Famicom, the Nintendo Famicom, was the NES, right? That's what it was. And it had already had great success in Japan. The NES was 8-bit, whereas Atari was 4-bit, and a lot of their games were 2-bit, right? So it was a generational leap from 4-bit to 8-bit. The Sega Genesis was 16-bit, and the PlayStation PS1 was 32-bit. The Nintendo 64 was 64-bit, right? So I think PlayStation was actually 64-bit too, actually. Anyway, so Austin Love auto. So Nolan Bushnell, freaking genius, right? He's like, you know what? After the failure of the Atari 5600, and it was a failure, right? They're like, we're going to bring over the Famicom. But he sells Atari. He stays on, right? It's like a consultant, CEO kind of thing. But he sells the company. The new owners are like, why would we bring this Japanese system over here when we can just develop our own 8-bit video game system? So they decide, Shane Panzini, so they decide to do the Atari 7800, right? And not do the Nintendo. So that's why in 85, late 85, Nintendo came out with the NES and just took over. I mean, that was it. The beauty of the 7800 though is you could still play your 2600 games on it. So the 5600 had these really fat cartridges, but they decided to make the 7800 backwards compatible, which is is just, that's unheard of today. But they thought that the size of their catalog would make it the better choice for consumers, because all your old games now still work, right? You still can play them. But man, Super Mario Brothers, that was it. It was over. It was over. Super Mario Brothers, that game came out, forget about it. Atari was done. They were finished. Sega Dreamcast, yeah. Sega had a run. Sega. Now they just produce games, but they had a run. The Sega Genesis was a great game. It really was. But Sonic the Hedgehog just could never compete with Mario. They tried. They made him edgy. They made him fast. Sonic the Hedgehog was the fastest game ever. So, they gave him attitude and stuff like that. Everything that Nintendo wasn't. Nintendo was like Disney. PG and Super Mario, and Sega was Sega, They had a good run though. They did. They had a good run. Uh-oh, bonus auto. Dominic Hamill. All right. A little something. I'll take it. A little extra hit. Jackson Jobe refractor. Right, yeah, it was basically the same principle as the Blockbuster Netflix thing. And Nolan Bushnell had it in. He had it. He was bringing it. But when he sold, they were like, this is dumb. We're not doing it. We're not doing this. But could you imagine? Oh, man, forget it. But nope. They didn't want to listen to the man. You know what Nolan Bushnell did after that? So after Nolan Bushnell leaves Atari, right? Guess the next thing he does? He creates Chuck E. Cheese. He's still doing video games, right? It's like an adult kids video game parlor, basically. With pizza and animatronics, and everybody had their birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. Everybody. I had my birthday party at a Showbiz pizza place, which is basically a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff. Showbiz. And now the Showbiz is an Olive Garden. But yeah, that's what the man did next. He went from Atari to Chuck E. Cheese. He used to do his board meetings, right? Barefoot, smoking weed. Gold paper, Wilman Diaz. That's a good gold paper. Brendan Beck. But they had a lot of problems at Atari. One, Activision was a bunch of people that worked at Atari, but if you built a game in Atari, you didn't get credit for it. Like it wasn't yours. It wasn't your property. it was Atari. So Activision created a company. It was a bunch of Atari video game developers that went over and created Activision. So, you know, your Pitfall and all of those games, those were former Atari employees. But when they went to Activision and created that company, they actually had, like, you know, Pitfall created by, you know, and it'd be the name of the guy that created it. And they had some great games. Activision had some amazing games in the 80s. And one of the things that drove everybody crazy, right, is Pac-Man is so popular. Pac-Man was Namco, right? So Pac-Man is this hugely popular game. So Atari gets the rights to Pac-Man. But Atari had its own computer code. I tried to learn it, but it was really, really hard. But I tried to learn it to, you know, actually write my own Atari game. But that was back when I was super nerd. But so Atari has their own, you know, their own code, their own video game code. So it was really hard to write games on it. But so what they had to do is they couldn't just copy Pac-Man. They couldn't just copy it. They had to rewrite the game, right? So they give it to this game developer at Atari, right? And he's got to hurry up and do Atari. The Atari version of Pac-Man. I don't know if you've ever played the Atari version of Pac-Man, but it's a different freaking game. It's not even the same game, right? The maze is different. The speed is different. Everything's different. So anyway, the guy writes basically Pac-Man. He basically copies Pac-Man, but it's a poor man's copy. It's really, really crap. And all the game developers were angry, right? Because this guy did just a garbage job. He could have done a great job, but he did a garbage job. Guess what Atari did? They wrote, and this is what, 1979, 1980? They wrote the man a $1 million bonus. And this garbage guy, he's such a piece of garbage. Guess what he does? He photocopies his $1 million bonus for putting out crap and tapes it to his door. So every time you go into his office, you got to walk by this $1 million reminder that he got paid to do crap. And that was one of, like, just the last straws. And they left and created Activision. True story. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, true story. I love video game history. I love it. I'm very, 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 very fond of it. There used to be a website. I don't know if there still is, but it was called Atari Age, and the website was Atari Age, and it was all about, you know, history and Atari video game lore and stuff like that. It was a really cool website. And they would have, like, you know, history nugget of the day or something like that. And it would be just like some old trivia about Atari games. Frogger. I don't think Frogger was... I mean, it might have been, but I don't think it was. I don't think so. We'd have to look it up. Kaboom. Yeah. The Activision games had like this. They all had like these strong box colors, but it'd be this like the solid, you know, like green or the solid yellow. Dominguez and Colton Cowser and Matthew Nelson base auto. So you'd have like this solid color, and then there'd be a graphic in the middle, and of course a game at the top. And there would always be, you know, created by, and that was like their thing. You know, if you created a game at Activision, you got credit for the game. Created by, you know, Pitfall by such and such. And Activision was big on putting Easter eggs in their games. Showbiz. Cal Conley. Yeah, Showbiz was like a bear. He was like a bear. Showbiz Pizza Place. And Chuck E. Cheese was the rat. You ever see that, what's that guy? I can picture his face, but the actor, Nicolas Cage. You ever see the Nicolas Cage movie where he goes into a haunted Chuck E. Cheese and kills all the haunted animatronics? It's a crazy movie because he never says a word in the whole thing. Got a gold Jordan Lawler, class of 21. I'm killing the class of 21 spot, just so you guys know. I'm killing it. I got a Marcelo and now a gold Jordan Lawler. Yeah, Parker Brothers, yeah. Sal Frelick, gold Genesis. Nice hit for the Genesis spot. Henry Davis, a refractor. We should buy a collection on eBay of, old Atari games, like 50 to 100 games, and then just random the games off. Some of the rare games are worth a lot of money, and then of course there's stuff like Combat and Pac-Man that aren't worth anything because they're so common. But it's like the Mario Duck Hunt game for Nintendo. Everybody had one, Yeah, was it Dungeons and Dragons? It was Dirk, right? Dirk. It was a laser disc. It was the first laser disc game, and I don't know if it was called Dungeons and Dragons, but it probably was. But it was definitely Dungeons, and there was definitely a dragon in it. The first thing you did is you walked up to a table, and there was a thing that said "Drink me." If you drink it, you died. You got to kick the table over. Dirk the Adventurer. I love that game, but 3 minutes and I was dead. Contra. Contra, you're getting a little up there. You're getting into NES with Contra. Yeah, the dog would make fun of you if you missed a duck. Yeah. And you couldn't shoot Dragon's Lair. That's right. That's what it was. Dragon's Lair. Yeah. That was a cool game. There were people that mastered it, but it must have spent, their entire paycheck doing it. Look at that. Luke Murphy Hot Pack. Luke Murphy Purple. Luke Murphy Refractor. Man, people thought Laserdisc were the future, remember? Oh my gosh. I didn't have that Laserdisc money, but Harry Ford. Jacob Steinmetz. I've done really well for that spot. They might have been both in this case too. No, it was the Speckle Auto to 71 was the last case, but still 2 color for this spot. Jordan McCants. Yeah. Shaylin Polanco. Yeah, I know. That's later. When I was, when I was doing video games, they weren't grading them at the time, but now they do. They do any NES and Super Nintendo games. It was like a CD, only it was the size of a record player. Well, a record. Anyway. Christian Scott, I got you too. Crazy, right? I think I have a few pitfalls in the box. Of course, they've been in the shed for a while, so I don't know. I don't know how good they are condition-wise now, but I think I have a few. Pitfall 2 was the rare one. Regular Pitfall was a green box. Pitfall 2 was like this brown. It was like a rust brown. Yeah, I know. I kept buying cassettes too for the longest. And then I bought Blu-ray. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I got a lot of Blu-ray. It was like back in the day, did you want VHS or Betamax? Remember? VHS eventually won, but who knew, at first? Betamax or VHS? You go into Blockbuster and they'd have a Betamax section and a VHS section. That was the early days of Blockbuster. Gosween, Carson Williams. The last days of Blockbuster, instead of that, they had a VHS section and a DVD section. Brady House. Remember going into Blockbuster and renting Nintendo 64 games. Chad Dallas, you'd rent the game first, so before you bought it, make sure you liked it. If you didn't like the game, you just wouldn't buy it. They were so expensive. Alexander Vargas. Jordan Lawler refractor. Yeah. Weren't the plasma TVs the one where you touched them and it'd be like a... Yeah, please be kind and rewind. They would charge you 25 cents if you didn't rewind the movie. And then they started selling those rewinders. Remember those? You put it in and close it, and it would rewind it for you. So that you didn't wear out the heads in your VCR. Yeah, I had a brother word processor in college with a Whisper printer. I used it all through college. Sean Burke. They would sell those rewinders in like different weird designs. They'd be an animal or something. You stick it in. Remember having phones, like a house phone, but it would be like clear. Shane Panzini. So I didn't hit an orange auto. I was hoping to hit an orange auto in two, but no dice. When hackers used to be guys that would record the tone of coins going into the payphone and then playing the tone into the phone, and it would make the phone think you had put in a lot of money. That's what hackers were. Getting free phone calls. Those are expensive though, you know, so it was a good hacking trick. All right, no orange paper, but Wilman Diaz, gold paper. We've got Sean Burke, Gosween, Brady House, Jordan Lawler, Polanco, Marceau, Harry Ford, Luke Murphy, Sal Frelick, Genesis, Gold Refractor, Henry Davis, Brock Selvage, Colton Cowser, Wilman Diaz, Joe Mack, Panzini, Milcar, Brady House, nice card. Groshans, Lawler, Cowser, Harry Ford, Chad Dallas, Shane Panzini, J.C. Correa, Sabato, Marcelo, Mauricio, Pacheco, Brady House Refractor, and Mazzucato Invicta. 150. All right, autos. We got Panzini, Kai Bush, Carson Williams, Christian Scott, Jake Steinmetz, Luke Murphy, Tyler Black, Jordan Lawler, class of 21, gold refractor auto, Matthew Nelson, Ottenbreit, Brendan Beck, Cody Morissette, Dominic Hamill, that was a bonus auto, that was an extra one, Ryan Webb, Austin Love, Sean Burke, Sam Bachman, Genesis auto to 99, Max Ferguson, Tyler McDonough, Mason Miller, Connor Norby, Tanner Beebe, Ryan Spikes, Kai Bush to 50, and Tommy Mace, black refractor auto. So I don't know. They're rare, but they're not big names. Rare, but not big name. I don't know what to do. You know what? They're going in. They're going in. They're gonna be in the photo. They made it. They made it. All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna get a photo up. I'm gonna get this video up, and I'll talk to you later. You guys have a good one. Thank you for watching. What is that? Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications. If you enjoyed what you watched, smash the like button. And if you're looking for a great group break, remember,
he's been breaking for 10 years straight. Who knows what he'll pull today? Cheap fun breaks is the big league way.
This has been a production of CFB TV.